Alright guys, welcome back to another reaction video. My name is James.
I'm Nobu.
And today we're going to be watching Fruits Basket Season 2, Episode 15. So last episode was like kind of insane because it just out of nowhere it opened up like 16 plot lines. About like Reen and her backstory and what's going on with Kyo and why he's being so moody and Yuki and everything. Haru like stepping up for him, like all of this sort of stuff. It just kind of came out of nowhere. It was like this big dump of information and just opened up like a million more questions. So I'm very interested. I want to see if we get into Reen's backstory, especially. I'm very intrigued about that.
I don't know. We could be jumping into a whole nother plot line.
Yeah, it could just be like student council again. I don't know. You never know with Fruits Basket. They do actually kind of keep you guessing as far as like, oh, are we going to deal with that? Or are we just going to kind of leave that open-ended and deal with something else this episode? So I'm pretty excited. As always, full length reactions up at the Patreon. The next episode, episode 16, is also up for early access on the Patreon if you guys want to go ahead and check that out. And yeah, thank you just for being here. Thank you for joining us, for watching. If you're new here, welcome. And let's just get into Fruits Basket Season 2, Episode 15.
Wait, so do we get an answer with the mom? Like, what's happening?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. But is she coming?
Don't worry.
She's fighting enemies you don't know.
Don't worry.
Okay.
I still love this opening.
Hold up. Yeah, let me vibe to this real quick. Rough.
Yeah, because she's so tall. It's so interesting to me. That's such a different culture in Japan as far as like planning your careers and stuff after high school.
Bro, middle school you're planning.
But I think it's cool. I think it's cool like seeing that in anime.
The tension. She wants to support herself, right?
Yeah. What? But maybe live close. Bro, you really got exactly what the problem. Bro, you can't come to my parent-teacher conference, pretend to be my parent, and then ask me to marry you. There's just all sorts of things wrong with that. She's like, it's a blizzard.
Final Fantasy reference, I think. I mean, FF fans?
Bro, he just... Yeah.
Oh, he is?
I don't know, it's his suit, but... Oh my God. Bro. Oh, dang. Close.
I mean, like... Yeah, I want to talk about the bearing responsibility after, right?
What? What? Tohru, it's okay. What's going on? Yeah, it's true. What? Yeah, Hana, what kind of vibes are you getting from Shigure?
Yeah. Possibly.
For now.
Oh, hey, Sho.
人より倍の時間をかけても構わない。私はお前が出した答えを知りたいのだから。
Yeah, but my thought is that, yeah, see, he doesn't think,
あと少ししか。
he doesn't want to fight against it, right?
Yeah.
He's accepting
He
it.
thinks it's the right thing to do or whatever.
変貌なんてそんなことしか思い浮かばねえよ。
これからお前らんちに邪魔させてもらうからな。
Huh?
まだ
Dang.
お母さん、僕もお家に帰り
Yeah,
たい。
this has got to be like traumatic for him, right? I mean, his mom treated him like terribly, like just leaving him.
よかったわね、ユキ。ご当主に気に入られて。これからも仲良くしてもらいなさい。
Hmm.
時間がもったいないわ。まあ、改めて話し合うこともないですしね。進学させますから。もちろん受けるべき大学もこちらできちんと決めて。
Yeah, but it's like she's not even open to discussion.
Yeah.
の中でも上に立つことを約束されてる子なんです。
なんでそんな勝手に。
Yeah, you can't just.
あげてるんじゃない。
お母さん、
だってそうでしょ。あなた一人じゃ何にも決められないでしょ。
Bro, he's
So-
freaking in high school. Like you haven't given him the chance to decide anything for himself.
言わなきゃ、言葉にしなきゃ、
Come on, Yuki.
自分の思ってることを
ああ、
Whoa, that's cool.
早く
子供を持つと大変なのよ。
早く。
自我ばかり強いし。
So you're basically single. You didn't take care of anybody, really?
を受ける受けないで揉めた時、すねて口を聞かなかったりしたのよ。いい加減にして。バカはあやめだけで十分。ご当主に気に入られて何が不満なのよ。
What did you think of Ayama?
我が何の意味も持たず、力もなく、言葉になんかしたくないって思ったんだよ。
Oh yeah.
待たせたね。
Look at that outfit, bro. That coat is legendary.
だがもう心配無用だ、ユキ。弟思いナンバーワンのこの僕は今まさに30
Dude, he actually does. This is a
Yeah,
miracle.
actually, though.
Huh.
道を指し示しつつ、
Listen to this
女
music,
性
dude.
教師というシチュエーションロマンまで与えたもん。
The romantic situation of having a female teacher.
はあ、どうも。
では、
Just accept them.
を始めてくれた。
あなたが邪魔しに来たんでしょうに。
母さんってここまで
Yeah,
兄さんを苦手にしてたのか。
He
But
just
that's
what
what
I was
it takes
literally
control.
saying. Is it's like
Yeah.
it makes sense. He's like a counter to her.
でろくでもない人間になってしまうわ。
頼りになる人だよ。
The teacher's like, I'm just gonna smell this rose and ignore this.
いつの間にあなたたちそんな。
おやおや、そんなにも愛もゆる兄弟に映っているかい？あなたに対しても無だったものが優に転じ始めているんだよ。わからないのかい？どれほど大切なものを踏み荒らし生きてきたか。
してないわ。人の苦労も知らないでこんなことな。あんたたちなんか産まなければよ。
Jeez.
放っておきたまえ。ぶち切れたあの人に言葉が通じるとは思えないからね。聞いてくれたまえ、鳥さん。
本当に来るとは思わなんだ。予定変更したのに。
グレさんから聞いたのさ。
He has connections everywhere, bro. Come on.
うちの母君は面白い人だろう。お金や地位が好きという一風変わった感性の持ち主なのさ。
このままだと人生台無しよ。
この人はこんなに、肩もこんなに細く。子供の頃はあんなに
That's crazy how that is.
Yep.
この人に見放されたら、突き放されたら、その結果があなたには気に入らないものになるのかもしれないけど、俺にとっては終わりにしないでほしい。進学はするよ。でもどこを受けるかは。
Massive steps, bro.
That's
Massive
crazy.
steps.
Oh, look at that.
会長、探したんですからね。
Uh,
来てくださ
Oh
い。
no, what's happening in the
what do
club?
we gotta do?
いいから早く。
風は少し肌寒くて冬は来るのだと知らせてる。
Was that something that Yuki gave her?
Maybe.
Right?
Oh yeah, yeah, it is. It is. It is.
学園防衛隊の司令になるために生まれたお人だよ。なってや
I
らない
mean,
ことも
look with that coat on, Loki.
Actually.
になりません。何を ってんだバカ。
羽鳥君こそいつもご苦労さ
I like that.
だから伝えて。
That was really nice.
It was very interesting.
Yeah, I'm glad that we're seeing Yuki
growth.
start to make some big progress here.
Yeah, and I'm glad that we spent an episode on it. Like, I'm glad that we dealt with the whole parent-teacher conference and dealt with, like, specifically his mom. Because that's the
Yeah.
first time we've really seen, like, we saw flashbacks and stuff, but that's the first time we've really seen her up close and in the present.
Yeah, and get like a real vibe for her character.
Yeah, and the
Right.
idea of maybe even a little bit why he went through what he went through. Like, it's like, and I love that. I love the details of that. Like, you could tell that she was kind of very, like Ayame said, where she's like susceptible to the temptations of, what did he say, like wealth and
Status.
But you could tell, like, by the way she dresses and everything, which I think is so cool. Like, the detail of it, like, everything is very like calculated, like all of her clothing and all the flashbacks and everything with the collared shirts and different things like that. You could kind of tell, and I like, you know, I don't know if we're ever really going to go into it, but kind of the feeling of like understanding why maybe Yuki was put in such a horrible position, because it was kind of like like this is like a big deal for us because we're gonna get like status and money and the head of the family likes you. It's like like let him do whatever, go for it, be nice to him, you know. I like that. You know, explanation and kind of feeling of it. I'm obviously not saying that's a good thing.
No, of course, but I like that it's, you know, it's not just like evil for evil's sake kind of feel, right?
No, which this show does such a good job of.
And I also I really like that Ayame showed up.
I do too. That's the first time that I like, and I know there was more to him, but I feel like that's kind of the first time we've seen Ayame come in like purely for like the sake of his brother, kind of. Like, we've heard conversations about it and stuff like that, but I don't, or maybe not like that. I guess it's kind of like, for me, it was like, I like seeing a little bit more of a serious side of Ayame, even though he kind of like covers it in all of his like swag. I don't know. I feel like we got kind of a clearer look at his character.
Well, I feel like even his embellishing and over the topness was very comforting.
Yeah.
Like, normally it's an annoyance, right? And I like seeing that. You know, of course, it's like, you know, that friend that's like, you know,
that
a
friend.
little bit like, oh, you know, okay, but like,
yeah.
when you're in the thick of it, it's like you're glad to see that person. You know what I'm saying? And I really like seeing that. And because I feel like two things, like I felt the same thing. It's like, as an audience member, I felt the same thing as Yuki. One was like the feeling of the mom and how much power Yuki gave her. It felt like, you know, this person does have a lot of control. Whereas in reality, when you know, Ayame came in and kind of overwhelmed her, it's like, well, no, she actually isn't as like powerful as you think.
Yeah, and I loved that whole thing of like, was she always this small?
Yeah,
like that little moment.
That's so real.
I feel like that's so relatable.
That's so real.
As you're getting older, that's definitely a thing. I think especially, well, I don't know about especially, but I think especially with, well, maybe like a lot of like sons and fathers. Like, I know like you're going through some of that teenage angst, and it does feel weird where you're like, dude, like I could, like, you can't, I don't gotta listen to you or whatever the heck it is. And obviously it's a very different context here, but I feel like that's such a relatable sentiment of like,
yeah, because it's like, you know, you have an image in your head of like,
because you have this emotional like feeling of how important of a role they played in your life. Even if they've done it badly, it doesn't matter, they still have.
Yeah, and it almost is kind of like, it links with that physical representation, right?
Yeah, for such a long time.
Yeah, and it's like, once you face like what it actually is, it's like, whoa, it changes your mental like kind of perspective on it, you know, even just like how you're kind of like related to that.
Yeah, and obviously in relation to that, I don't know if this is on purpose or not, but Ayame is like so much taller than her. He's huge.
And Yuki might be the same way, you know, later on. And it's like, you know, I think that that where as an audience member, I gave her too much power, you know, and now seeing Ayame kind of overwhelm her, I'm like, oh yeah, she doesn't. And then also, normally Ayame, like, well, I've always liked Ayame, right? I thought he's always, you know, really fun and stuff like that. him coming in here, it felt relieving. You know, I was like, oh yes, bro.
It's the first time I haven't been at least a little bit annoyed to see him.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, for the win.
Yeah. And so it's cool that I am able to, or they're able to kind of convey those Yuki's kind of thoughts and stuff and emotions, you know, to the audience.
Yeah, I really like that.
You know, through that setup kind of.
Yeah.
And
It's just a great episode, man. So let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. As always, full length reactions up at the Patreon. Next week's episode 16, is also up for early access on the Patreon if you guys want to go ahead and check that out. Still got tons of Fruits Basket, tons of other anime on the channel coming your way. My Hero, Haikyuu, Mob Psych, everything, dude. So feel free to go ahead and check that out. And yeah, as always, thank you just for being here. Thank you for joining us, for watching. If you're new here, welcome. Hopefully you stick around, and if you do, we will see you all in the next video.